the title on the screen. This is Clue, the video game adaptation based on the board game, based on the movie. So if you saw when I played Monopoly, I had a lot of fun with these sort of, I always like puzzle games, and I also like turning an E for Everyone title into an M for Mature stream. So I saw they had this, Clue. It was one of my favorites when I was a kid. I remember friends of mine had the box, and I think we broke the chandelier. But board games were really popular back before electronics, you know, when kids fraternized in real life. They had a lot of moving parts and pieces. You would always get these really unique miniature sets. But, you know, of course, if you watched AVGN and Board James, you know the deal. Nobody knows how to play the rules, and nobody wants to set up the game. They get tired, you know, by the time it's time for, you know, playing outside or having your juice box. So the benefit to tablets and video games and AI is now the video game can do all the boring stuff for us. It can do the scorekeeping, it can do the rule tracking, it can do the dice rolling. So I said, okay. And I saw Clue, and this looked really fun, so why don't we just get right into it. With that being said, before you start, oh, you know what I wanted to do? So here's where that preamble turns into a preface. For one, I don't know the rules. We're trying to figure out who killed who, where, with what. So that's the game. You got to get all the clues and then accuse somebody, right? And it could be anywhere in the house. You know, in the bedroom with the marital. Who knows? So what did they say first? I want to look at this, and I want to look at square. Okay, so the goal. The invitations were sent, the guests have arrived, but the host was murdered. So now 6 guests are the suspect. Your goal is to solve the crime by deducing who committed the murder, with what weapon, and where the crime took place. So you start the game by selecting your character, and then you roll the dice, and the number determines how many spaces you can move. If you're in a room, you can stay. You can't move diagonally. You can't move to a space occupied by another player, but you can move through it. You can use a secret passage. Well, okay, this is getting a little too yummy level 2. Make a suggestion. Suggestions help you find the 3 cards inside the envelope, the who, what, and where. Make a suggestion to know who committed the murder. But that's like at the very end. That's like your super move. That's like your trump card. Suggested suspect is moved into the room where you're making the suggestion. Oh, I think I do know about this. You can accuse somebody just to switch their place, but that doesn't mean that they're really guilty. But that's like a tactic, right? Like in pool, also otherwise known as billiards. If you can't really knock a ball in, you just block the hole for the opponent's ball, and then he can't get any balls. So you must choose a suspect and a weapon to make a suggestion of where they did it, and then the room has to be the one you're currently in. And then the suspect is moved into that room. Oh, but then the other player takes turn trying to disprove. So you can falsely accuse people, and then if they can't disprove it, you're not supposed to have to disprove anything. You're supposed to have to prove something. But anyway, we'll get into it. I'm just kind of reading. Suggestions help you find the 3 cards. So if you disprove, so if you accuse somebody, say you did it, like I said, Deborah in the bedroom with the marital aid, and she goes, no, because I was on the toilet with the marital aid, and you go, okay, that proves she had the marital aid, but she was in the toilet. So now we know it wasn't her. So see, that's kind of how the push and pull of the evidence works. If someone has one of the cards you suggested, the card will secretly be shown to you. If someone has one of the cards you suggested, the card will be secretly shown to you. So if I say you did it with the gun, and then he has the gun, it shows me as the gun. This is like Batman Vision. But if someone has more than one card, okay, this is getting confusing. We're just gonna have to figure it out the old-fashioned way, like a real gumshoe. Mark your clue sheet with what other players show or don't show. Indicates he's got the card, indicates he doesn't have the card, suggests he might have the card. Okay. You could just say the gun. And then at the end of your turn, you can move or make an accusation. And I wonder if these AI are going to be good. Like Monopoly, some were good, some were not. So in this game, it could be that the AI, he's real trigger happy with the accusations. And so you say, okay, I'm going to let him accuse everybody. And I'm going to just I'm going to play like a runaway game. Maybe it's me. You know, everybody put their head down, and then whoever opens their eye, they're the murderer. How to win. When you think you know the 3 cards in the envelope, you make the accusation. You can make the accusation right after making a suggestion, or you're in the corridor. You can only make an accusation during your turn, but you can only make 1 accusation per game. Make sure you are correct. You must name the suspect, the weapon, and the room. You don't need to be in the room. You win if all your accusations match the cards on the envelope. So the envelope it's like envelope. The envelope, why don't you send it by email? Proves who did it with what and where. But then we each have individual cards, and so even we don't know if we did it? Oh, I don't know who I killed, but my hands have blood on them. Okay. So I can say I have the gun, and they're like, well, we can prove they were killed with the gun. The envelope says the gun. But wait, I just have this card. You handed me this card. Who handed me this card? You lose if your accusations don't match on all the cards. The game ends for you, but the game keeps showing your cards every time someone requests them. No one makes correct accusation. It means the murderer got away and no one wins? Oh, all right. All right. What are these clue cards? Additional setup, base setup clue cards. Well, we don't know about all that. You move by rolling the dice. If you roll a clue card, I don't know if we're going to play with clue cards. We're going to play standard clue. All right, that's it. We're playing standard clue. Single player, that's what I want. What do you think? Tudor Mansion? You have to. Select a crime scene. What square? Some of these buttons don't work on the menu, by the way, when I press them. Whoa, we don't want all that. We don't want all the hints. All right. Find all Cluedo versions, including a retro one. Ultimate Detective. I just want regular. Plain regular. And that's the rules? Plain regular. Standard rule set. Wait a minute. Hang on. Yeah, we'll do standard. I saw retro. Let's look at this. Play using the look at this now. Play using the original rules of Cluedo. Play the standard version with clue cards for fast-paced game. All right. What do we want to play? Standard game. That's what we read. What's retro? 6 tokens placed. New suspects introduced. 6 suspects in 9 rooms. That's a lot. Starting player. Roll the dice. I think this is too complicated. This has too many rules. And what are clue cards? Fast pace. We're doing standard. Now, I like this guy already. Who do I want to be? I like this guy already. His green is a little intense. But who would I be, right? For 1, I might be the murderer. For 2, I don't trust any of these other people. Mustard seems like... Mr. Mustard seems like he may know what's going on. So he might be an ally. Scarlet, it's just because of the red. And I just played Vampire Swan Song, so I'm a little suspicious. But White, don't think she's so innocent, huh? Short hair, short stuff. Mr. Plum, I bet you he got caught up in the wrong situation and he's an accomplice. And who's her peacock? I bet she knows, but she's not telling. And like I said, there's nothing promising or guaranteeing that the murderer is not me. Start game. Alright, after receiving the invitation, 6 guests arrived at Bodie Black's Tudor mansion. Over dinner, Black reveals his plans to build a luxury hotel on a beloved park. They all have something he needs, and he is prepared to blackmail them into helping him. After the dinner, a scream rings out, and the guests discover Black is dead. He's dead, the mansion owner. Serves you right. His picture's ripped. Uh-oh. Who killed Bowden Black? To win the game, you must find out who killed Bowden, with what, and where. There are 3 types: suspects, weapons, and rooms. Which means not everybody's going to have one. See, I like this. Less than. 1 card from each type is randomly placed in the envelope. These cards are the solution for the crime. Alright. Do I need to move this? Let's see. Find the solution for the crime by discovering what cards other players have and deducing which ones are in the envelope. Okay, so if you have a card, then it can't be in the envelope? Or there's going to be a card that you have that matches the envelope. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. What do I have? A lead pipe in the billiard room with the dime. So, look at this, see. Your cards are automatically crossed out on the clue sheet. They can't be part of a solution. So you deduce, so what? You deduce what cards people have, which proves it's not in the envelope, proving who done it. So something that we all have can't match the envelope. But what does that mean? Like, you're in the room at the time? I don't really get it. It says what? Who, what, and where. So there's no cards for the person. Really, the card for the person is all we need to know. Who had the weapon, and where were they at the time? That's all we... The what and the where is what's important. Huh? Who goes first? Scarlett's first to play. Alright, I might need to move this camera around. Just so I can see. She's rolling. Scarlett is choosing where to move. Scarlett is considering whether or not to make an accusation. And now they're just going. Now they're just going. She's choosing where to move. They're gonna go close. And then so every single turn you have to go. But if you make an accusation you're wrong, you're out. So you can't accuse anybody. Okay, let's watch them play out. There's the new and improved virtual digital rules. Then there's the retro complicated ass rules. And then there's the clue card, which is like the fast, like lightning round rules. This is already pretty fast paced. Just have to, you know, wait. So it's the same thing. These AI, they're never going to make an accusation because they don't want to be wrong. So let's see this here, right? First, what does the start button do? It's the options. No big deal. And the rules. No big deal. The next thing is, I might want to move this. Might want to move this there. Even though it's not better, it at least shows, like, what I need to see. And then what is this? My clues. Okay, that's my clues. I think these are like for bonus trophies. I don't need to know about that. So roll the dice to move. The goal is to enter rooms to make suggestions and learn about the other player's cards. You can't make a suggestion in the corridor. Where's the corridor? Where I started? And then what's triangle? Whoa, what's triangle? I press triangle, and then now it says, I don't know if I have any D-pad movement or L-stick, R-stick movement. And now it says square. Wait a minute. It's showing me my cards, no big deal. Roll the dice. Your goal is to enter rooms to make suggestions. You can't make suggestions in the corridor, okay? Here we go. So now I'm moving around. Where did I start? That's where I am, and I have to get out of here. so I can move around to the ballroom. Where do I want to go in order to find cards? Do I want to go near the people, or do I want to go in the room? Let's go in the ballroom. Like, why not, right? So now I'm in the ballroom. Did I collect that card? We're gonna learn how this works. Time to make a suggestion, but it's not an accusation. You can only make suggestions in the room, and that pulls people to the room. Time to make a suggestion. Reenact the crime to find out which cards other players have. Select a suspect and a weapon. The room card is always the one that you're in. Well, can I suggest myself? Why not? Maybe this is a strategy. I'm going to suggest that it was me. But then if I'm wrong and I accuse me, I'm out. Well, let's this could be Yomi level 3 or Yomi level -1. We don't know yet. And then I have to suggest a weapon. I have the dagger. Look, I have the dagger. He's holding the dagger. The shadow's holding the dagger. Is that like a glitch? Well, let's choose the dagger. I know I have the lead pipe, but I also have the billiard room, right? I don't have ballroom also, do I? Show me my cards. I have dining room, billiard room, and lead pipe. So when I hit triangle, I go to this. When I hit triangle, it opens up my scratch card, and I can look at my cards. But it still doesn't show a lot of stuff. So because I have 3 cards, that proves that's not part of the solution. So I should not guess. I'm trying to find out what cards the other people hold, because the cards they hold are not the ones in the envelope. And we're trying to narrow down and deduce what's in the envelope. The envelope is not possessed by anyone. The envelope holds the truth. That was almost Whodunit Black's cards. You could think of it like that. So if I know I was in the billiard room and the dining room, that can't be it, and the lead pipe can't be it, and I'm trying to suggest, not accuse, but suggest other people, I suggest you have the candlestick, and she goes, no, I don't. And then you go, well, shit, you know? Or if she goes, I have the candlestick, but I wasn't in that room, then you know it can't possibly be. And we're trying to eliminate, narrow, and deduce. Okay, I think I get it now. I think I'm getting it now. I don't like the camera there, but it's all fucking feng shui, you know? So I'm going to use the dagger. Why not? And then I'm going to suggest, it was me. It was me who did it. I can't help you. I can't help you. What does that mean? Suggest the same weapon 2 times during a... No, those are trophies. Ignore that. Ignore that. So what does that mean? So if I suggest a dagger, no one has the dagger card. And if I suggest a ballroom, no one has the ballroom? I know it can't be anyone because I hold the cards. So I don't need to suggest that. I don't need to suggest lead pipe, billiard, or dining room. But when I ask about all these, everybody else says no. Make a suggestion. So make an accusation if you know the solution. The game's over if you get it wrong. So I'm going to end my turn. So suggestion and accusation are different. Alright. I don't like being in the bottom corner. I like being up top. Let's see this here. So he went into the same place as me, the ballroom. Scarlet says, I can help you. What does this mean? All of a sudden, Scarlet says, I can help you. What do I have? I gotta look. What do I have? Billiard and dining. Okay. What does she mean? Mustard is considering whether or not to make an accusation. So wait, when they say, I can help you, that means what? They have one of the cards you're suggesting, but they don't tell you which one. You have to, and then you have to narrow it, and... Okay, preparing to make a suggestion. She says it's white. Now here's... Hey, wait a minute. See, look at this. Look how it fucks up, right? Look how it fucks up. Mr. Mustard accused Scarlet of 3 things. No, 2 things. Because he's accusing one person of 2 things. The weapon and the room. And she says, I can help you. Meaning what? She says, I can help you. Meaning what? One of the cards was correct? And the same thing with Mrs. White. She goes, I can help you. Meaning what? One of the cards, meaning she has one of the cards? Because if she goes, I can't help you, she's got none of the cards. But when I accused myself, they all said I can't help you. But that's not to say I eliminated all the cards from everybody. That's just because I accused myself. That was like almost... That was almost preventing a glitch. When I accused myself, I wasn't accusing everybody. I wasn't suggesting it to everybody. Hey, everybody, I'm the murderer with this weapon in this room. They're all like, oh, I can't help you. He's senile, right? So when she says, I can't help you, you say what? I wasn't in that room with that weapon. I think the self-suggestion is, it's not a strategy. It's not going to work. Okay. Who did it? Okay. And where? Fuck. And I gotta look under here, man. I gotta look under here. Okay. I can help you. Well, what does that mean? Scarlet is considering whether or not. And then you pass it. But who's gonna scratch this off? Do I have to edit this myself? Oh, I have to edit this myself? Oh, fuck! Wait a minute, wait a minute. I have to edit this myself. Hang on, wait a minute. I have to edit this myself. Shit. Scarlet said what? I thought this was autofilling when they said I can't help you. Ah, shit. Scarlet was autofilling. Let me move this camera and let me look. Move the camera display. Alright. Fuck. It'll cover me. Fine. It'll cover me. Cover me. I thought this was autofilling, so I didn't have to do the game. Okay. Scarlet was what? Was it the dining room? Oh, shit. Look, my pen is editing. Okay. What about... What does this mean? Oh, fuck. What does this mean? What does this mean? That means erase. Let me just do this. And then that means what? Erase. Shit. But I'm in the dining room, so I know the dining room can't possibly be any of them. And the billiard room can't possibly be any of them. So let's do white with the dagger. She says I can help you. But dining room and billiard room are gone. Conservatory, hall, kitchen, I never saw any of them. I don't think. Alright. Fuck! And the rule is what? Might be or definitely is. You're gonna have to say might be. So white had what? The knife. Look, the dagger. But look! The dagger. Look. Look, it won't let me put that. And look, some of these are eliminated. Wait a minute, some of these are eliminated. Look, look. So a red X is a guarantee. A red X is a guarantee. And it means what? Definitely did not. Let's look at the rules. What do I need? Let's look at these rule set. Now I don't know what I'm fucking... Use your clue sheet. Green check indicates that a player has the card. Red indicates the player does not have a card. But the question mark suggests the player may have a card. Okay. And the line means they're not in the envelope. If If no one shows you a card, you probably already know why. Mark on your clue sheet what the other players show or don't show, as it helps eliminate suspects' weapons and rooms. Shit. Fuck, I was supposed to be doing this myself. Damn it. So what? This suggests they don't have it because they're saying no. Maybe they did say no then. But she's saying, I can't help you. So then it's showing me what I want to say. But the billiard room can't possibly be it. It can't possibly be it. Well, if we already know that's scratched out, we don't need to write that there. It can't possibly be the billiard room because I have those cards. So she's saying what? I can help you. Peacock. In the billiard room. A maybe. We'll say a maybe. And then what did White say? White said with the dagger. She said I can. She said I can help you. Look. Why do I have to... Why is that scratched out though? But look, dagger got eliminated by everybody. Is that what I said? Everybody said I can't help you. I'm really confused. Because when White was in the other room... You see what I mean? What were the two before? Yeah, check the fucking replay. Peacock said, I can help you. Who did it? Green. With the dagger in the ballroom. I accused myself, remember? And everybody said I can't help you. Maybe that was a big fuck up. But then... Who did it? Look, she's saying, I can help you. She's saying, I can. Wait, look, with the candlestick? In the billiard room, but that's crossed out. I can help you. Meaning what? Meaning she has one of these cards. When she says, I can help you. Right? Wouldn't you believe that's what it means? As opposed to if she says, I can't help you means I've got none of those cards. I can't help you. But I can help you means I probably have one of them. But we don't know who the murderer is, if it's me or not. And so what was that? Plum. He already said no. Oh, he already said no. Wait a minute. Plum said no before Peacock did. Maybe everybody gets accused every round until you reach one person. Because Scarlet said, I can't help you. Oh, fuck. And White said I can't help you. But I already eliminated the dagger. So then it wasn't the dagger, it was the room. But the room was dining. So who did it? So Scarlet or White may have done it. Well, why am I going to go around here? Scarlet may have done it, and White may have done it. Let's keep going. I might have fucked up the clue. Let's keep going. I can help you. White's considering whether or not to make an accusation, and now it's fucking Plum's turn. Okay? Waiting for Plum to roll the dice. Just choosing where to move. What's under this? Nothing. So look. He's accused. Look. Look at this. What is this? Plum is accusing White of using the rope in the dining room. And now Peacock is saying, I can help. Meaning what? Peacock has a couple cards, but we don't have character cards. What does this mean? When she says, I can help, that means she holds some of the cards that he's saying. But that means that it's not them. Because if she holds the cards, that means it's not what you hold. Look, wait a minute. It means it's not them. Look. And look, Plum is accusing White. using the rope in the dining room. And Peacock says, I can help, meaning she has some of the cards, meaning it's not his suggestion. His suggestion is wrong. I can help. So what does that mean? That means it may not be the rope. It may not be the rope, and it can't be. It may not be the rope, and it can't be the dining room. It can't be any of these because I hard eliminated them, right? Because it's in my inventory. So why even bother accusing people of this? Because then the other players are going to know, hey, he never accuses them of using the lead pipe. Maybe he's at the lead pipe, but that just means it's not the lead pipe. So all these green things have to be turned this way. I can help. I can help. Right? As far as the items, so now we know it's. Do we know officially it's definitely not the rope, and it's definitely, or do we know officially it's definitely not the rope? Let's check the rules again. Let's check the rules again. Let's check the rules again. What are the cards that I get? Game setup. But look at the cards, right? There are 3 types of cards. One random card is placed... Yeah, we know that. The envelope now holds the 3 cards who are the answer. The rest of the cards are shuffled when dealt out. These are not inside the envelope. Each player gets a clue sheet where you can note the suspect's weapons and rooms represented on your cards. These are not in the envelope. Cards and notes are kept in secret. Mark what the others show and don't show. Indicates has the card, might have the card. Might not have the card. So she's going, I can help you. Which means she might have the rope card, right? Peacock might have the rope card. Wait, that means she might... Okay, she might have... Okay, the way you gotta indicate it's weird. She might have the rope, but she can't be in the dining room because... It can't be the dining room now. Because I know it's not the dining room because I have that card. But they don't know I have it. I'm just suggesting I might have one or another. So what does that mean? That also might be it. Scarlet might have the candlestick, and she might have the rope. Boy, she's been getting around. I can help you, meaning it... So, if you accuse White, and she goes, I can help you, you're accusing her of having these cards. And she either goes, no, I can't help you because I don't have the rope or the dining room. Or she says, I can help you. You accused me, I can help you. I have one of the 2. And then if Peacock goes, I can help you, that means she has one of the 2. So you're never really accusing the person. You're really asking the person, hey, tell me what cards you have. I think I fucked this up. We'll keep playing. It is a hey, as long as I know I didn't do it. For one, I think accusing myself was a big mistake. 2, I think recognizing what they're asking for is or is not a big mistake. And marking that shit's the mistake. Look at this. When someone suggests your cards, choose a card to show them. Do I have to? You could always just say no and cheat. So that's why. So you accuse one person, and that person goes, no, I can't help you. But then Peacock goes, I think I can help you. So what do? I have the billiard room. Well, what does that mean? The billiard room means it's not, right? If somebody has the card, the cards that I have are not in the envelope. But then the cards that somebody else has match what's in the envelope, that doesn't make any sense either. This game, man, this game's fucking confusing. Where do I want to go? I've been in the ballroom. Let's go to the kitchen. Why would I go outside of the room? Let's go. Let me just, like, you know, wouldn't you want to go in another room? And then now I got the kitchen card. Again, the dagger. But do we already know it's not the dagger? But I accused everybody. So let's accuse Peacock, because she seems to be getting around a lot. So let's accuse her. And then what? It's not the lead pipe. No one said wrench yet, and he just said revolver. Well, I suggest she did it with the rope. We're trying to figure out where. In the kitchen, because we don't know that yet. I can't help you. Why is Mustard answering? Some notes are added to the clue sheet when a player shows a card they have, when a player does not have a card. And Scarlet goes, I have Peacock. Well, what does that mean? I don't have any person's cards. So they're shuffled randomly and distributed. I could have 3 people or 3 weapons. It's not necessarily that you have one of each. So when they say, I can't help you, that's just like, I don't have any of the cards. And when somebody says, I can help you, that means what? Something they're accusing you of is accurate? Might be accurate. So, when White gets accused in the dining room with the dagger, and she goes, I can help you, that means maybe White did it, but I've already eliminated the dagger, because no one has the dagger card. But that doesn't make any sense, because they said, the cards I have guarantee it's not it. Right? We don't know who did it yet. And all I know is the cards that I have. It's not the rules, it's the language that's weird. When they go, I can't help you, that implies to me they have one of the cards I'm accusing them of having. And then somebody else pipes up and goes, I have Peacock. But if she has Peacock, that means Peacock's not it. Because she's not in the envelope. She's in the card. So look, what did it write? Your clue sheet's been updated. Look, Peacock's been eliminated completely. Look, it's been eliminated completely. Who did it? Peacock has a green check mark, but then her name's been crossed out. Where are we? I'm in the kitchen. Look, Peacock's name has been crossed out, but there's a green check mark. What does that mean? Look, she's got a check mark. Look. Look, one check. That's Scarlet. Scarlet has one check mark. Wait, what does this fucking mean? Because I piped up and said I have the billiard room, and Scarlet piped up. Where's that matched? I piped up and I said I got the billiard room, and then Scarlet pipes up and she goes, I have Peacock, but Peacock's been eliminated. Peacock has a green check mark through, but she's also got a line through her name. What do I need? Square. How to play. Using the clue sheet. Check mark indicates... Look, check indicates the player has the card. Wait a minute. X indicates the player does not have the card. But that doesn't really matter. If I have the card, it means the cards that I have are not in the envelope. It said that. Look. Look, it said that. It said that. Each player gets a clue sheet who can note these are not inside the envelope. Card. Maybe that's something different. I gotta read the rules again. We'll move, blah, blah, blah. Suggestions help you find 3 cards in the envelope. Make a suggestion who knows who committed the crime. The suggested suspect is moved into the room. We're making the suggestions. Other players take turns trying to disprove. I have... Okay. Suggestions help you find the 3 cards in the envelope. If someone has one of the cards, this card will secretly be shown to you. But if someone has more than one, they can choose which to show. If a player doesn't have any card suggested, the following player must show a suggested card if they have one, and so on. So you're basically trying to uncover who has what. So the green check mark means that Scarlet has Peacock as a card. But that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything if Scarlet has Peacock as a card. If we just... Because then that eliminates Peacock from being a potential suspect. Am I right? Because I have the cards that we have are not in the envelope. The rest of the cards get shuffled and we're trying to narrow it down. We're not playing some match game. We're not playing some match game. And some people can have more than one card, and some people are not going to have a person like me. I have no people. So it's not Peacock. I'm ending my turn. You want a full line across the... Maybe my strategy does work. Maybe my strategy does work. And they keep going back to the same rooms. That's so stupid, because they don't know that I know. Look, what does this mean? White says, I can help you. White says, I can help you, meaning what? Mustard accused me, and White says, I can help you. Meaning what? Meaning she may have the wrench card, but I know it can't be the ballroom. And she may have the ballroom, but we already know the ballroom's not it. It's been eliminated by me, right? Wait, I don't know. Everybody says, when I accuse myself, everybody says no, I don't have the weapon or the place. And look at this. There's even a green check mark meaning Scarlet had one of the cards. But Peacock's been eliminated from suspicion. Can I erase this too? I wonder if I even need to... I'm making these notes in case I want to make an accusation ahead of time. And look at this. There's a check mark below on Scarlet's name because she had the Peacock card. But that doesn't matter because we know Peacock didn't do it. The card's been out. Look at White. I think I should accuse the same person every single time of different stuff until they're eliminated. Look, I can help you. Maybe with the wrench, but it can't be in the ballroom. Alright. Fuck, I should have marked down... So when they go, I can help you, they may have one of the cards, but they don't have to show it? But if somebody else says, I have the card, you gotta reveal to make the clue? Better. You want to keep accusing the same person until they've been eliminated. No card, no card. And now look again. Look again. I can help you. It's the... Look again. Again. She goes, I have the candlestick. Okay. I have... So, she also might have plum. She may have plum. She may have the candlestick. And what does this say? The billiard room. But that's a red... That I marked. That's a red X that I marked. Let me eliminate all this stuff. What is this other thing? What's that other eyeball? What's that other eyeball? Look, I can help you. In the billiard room. But I have it. I have the billiard room. I know it's not it. I know it's not it. That's where we are right now, looking? I don't know. And then they have that check mark. Let's see. So what would be a process of deduction? You want to accuse? I think you should accuse the same person with each different weapon type. Or should suggest, sorry. I think you should suggest the same person with each different weapon type. Until you eliminate the weapons and the person. Because there's too many rooms. If you're wrong with your accusation, your game's over. Waiting for the dice to roll. And look, I don't have to make the accusation. I just have to not be guilty. Accuse me, I know what I did. I know it's not the lead, and look at this, I know it's not the lead pipe because I have the lead pipe. But I don't have to say that. I don't have to say that because it goes in order. I don't have to reveal that I have the pipe. So Scarlet once again. What do I do here then? You put it here. Peacock may have the Scarlet card, and Peacock may also have the Lounge card. But I know it's not the lead pipe because it's been written through, eliminated. Do we even need this? I wonder if I could erase this stuff. Once the line is through, can I erase this? It won't let me erase that stuff that I didn't write. Weird. So that doesn't matter. What is this? That's my red X. There's something else. There's like an eye there. The billiard room. Maybe that's where I am. Should I go to where my cards are? And I don't need to suggest this because I know it's not the lead pipe. And look at that. That's the cards that I have. Alright. I think I'm done. Only move twice. I don't get it. And he's accusing White again. I accused her of the dagger. Look at this. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is useless because they keep accusing. So they were accusing the same people, which is useful. But I already eliminated the dagger. I already said dagger, and we already eliminated billiard room. These AI are stupid. Billiard is eliminated and dagger's eliminated. You guys are fucking wasting your time. And he just goes, I can't help you, I can't help you. This guy's a dumbass. What is she sneaking? Well, why would you need to move around just to get to another room to accuse somebody? This game's kind of weird. It's like there's not really any reason. You know, you can just like, you don't have to move around. You can just keep saying. He just said, I can help you. Look. Alright, so who? She has mustard. Maybe. Now, why is there an X on the wrench? When did we eliminate the wrench? That just means Scarlet doesn't have the wrench card because she was accused, but it doesn't mean the wrench wasn't the weapon. She might have the study card. But if she has the study card, if she has the look at it, if she has the study card, that means the study card is the study's not where it happened. So do you see? Red should be. You see what I'm saying? All these green, like this is confusing because the green mark means. This person, I fucked up the clue sheet, damn it. The green mark means this person may have this card. But if the person has that card, that means it's not in the envelope. So when I'm trying to fucking narrow it down and be like, oh, the murder weapon might be the rope, it might be the candlestick, Plum and White might have done it. I should have put a fucking, well, I don't know they have it, I can't put a green mark on it because I don't know they have it. So what does a fucking red mark mean? Red means they may not have it. But everybody may not have every card. Green means they may have the card, but that means the card's not in the envelope, which means we don't need to fucking mark that shit. It doesn't matter if they have the card, that means it's not the weaponry. So this means it may not be the study, and it may not be the wrench. I'm accusing me. I did it. Should I accuse myself again? You want to get to the place because, okay. I wonder if I want to stay in the same place. You want to get to the other rooms because you have to be there to accuse somebody of being in that room. But you can say any fucking weapon. Let's narrow it down. Who has a lot of stuff? So we know White doesn't have the Plum card, and neither does Plum, but Scarlet may. What do you want first? You want the weapon? I want the weapon. I want the weapon. So Peacock may have had the Candlestick card or the Rope card, and until we know for sure the weapon's in play, but once we know for sure she has the card, it cannot be in the envelope. So what's no one said? Somebody said the revolver, but... Somebody said the revolver, didn't they? Everybody said I can't help you. And so nobody has my card, but that doesn't mean that if... And here's what's also fucked up. A red X means... Wait a minute. If no one has the card, that means it could be in the envelope. So a red X means it could be. When they say I can't help you, that's when you put the red question mark. No, that's a red X. I can't help you. That's a red X. No one has it. But the red X... But here's the thing. When they say... Here's the thing. Wasn't that the first suggestion that I made? Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. When I make it, wait a minute, wait a minute. When I make a suggestion and everybody says I can't help you, that means no one has the card. But if no one has the card, that means that I might be in the envelope, but it doesn't guarantee that I'm in the envelope. Because when I accused myself, and they said none of us have your card, I could be in there, but I could not be. Okay. Same thing with the dagger. It could... No one has the dagger card. How would you narrow it down to learn? And I fucked up the clue card. See, look at this now. Look at this. Now there's two eyeballs on the billiard room under Plum and Peacock. Why are they there? Why are they there? We know it's not the billiard room. Right? If I have the card, it means it's not in the envelope. That's what it said in the rules. It doesn't just mean no one else has it. It means it's not in the envelope. Because we're trying to figure out, everybody reveal your cards. Because then it's a process of elimination. If everybody's got all the weapons except, you know, the rope, we know it's the rope. But it doesn't matter if no one's... You want to find out someone has that card. Now that doesn't matter either, because if they have the card, it's guaranteed not in the envelope. So let me accuse this guy. Nah, I want to fill it in. Peacock's been accused already? Peacock is guaranteed not it because we know someone has the card. It can't be in the envelope. Same thing with the lead pipe and the billiard room and the dining room. Because I know I have those cards, I know they can't be in the envelope. But nobody said they had the dagger. That means it could be. You actually want to know what cards they have. You want green check marks. And the suggestion is that when somebody says, hey, I make a suggestion, and that person goes, I can help you, that means they may have those cards. So you want a green mark there to show they may have this card, but that means it's not in the envelope. When they say I can't help you, that just means this one person doesn't have it. But you don't, but when, right? If I accuse someone of being in a place with a weapon, and they say, I can't help you, that suggests what? They definitely don't have the card? Yeah, because that's where it said the X. I suggested and they said, I definitely can't help you. I'm going to cheat again. I'm going to accuse myself again. I'm going to accuse myself of using the revolver. conservatory. And everybody is going to have to say, I can't help you. And then she's going to say, I have the revolver. All right, pause. So look at this. This really might be top tier strategy. Because if I accuse somebody, they go, I can't help you. That implies they don't have any of my cards. And then when they say, I can't help, but I don't have any of the cards. But those cards, somebody else may have them and they may have the envelope. When she goes, I can help you, that means what? She may have one of the cards, and you have to guess. And then if somebody else has the card, no. She can say, I have one of the two. But if she says no and somebody else has what you suggest, they have to reveal it. So she says, I have the revolver. Well, if she has the revolver, that means it can't be it, right? Where is it? Revolver scratched out. Look, I have the revolver scratched out. So you only need to mark when people say, I can't or I can. Because what did I... Well, revolver gets eliminated. And who did I... Where are we? The conservatory. And so that gets marked automatically. So you're only marking when they say, I can't help you. Because when he says, I can't help you, look. Who is this guy? Mustard. Look. Mustard doesn't have his own card. He doesn't have the revolver. He doesn't have the conservatory card. But she has the revolver, so it's gone. Alright, we're kind of learning the rules. Can you imagine playing classic mode or quick mode? What the fuck? He's choosing where to move. Maybe I should stay in a room and just eliminate. Stay in a room and accuse the same person. Stay in one stay in one womb, accuse a person. I like the idea of accusing myself, because I don't have my own card. No, but no one has my card, though. So you're not finding... Look, look, I can't help you, I can't help you. And all of a sudden Plum says, I can't help you. Meaning what? Meaning what? Plum may have the Scarlet card. He says he already hasn't. Okay. But it also means... Boy, if you didn't have to fill in this clue sheet, the game would basically run automatically. It means he may have the rope, and it means he may have the kitchen. So what are you really looking for? You need to get to these other rooms. I think accusing myself is a strong strategy because that's a cool strategy because you're foregoing narrowing down the person to eliminate the weapon in the room. Look, automatically. He didn't even fucking accuse her. Look. Look. Scarlet accused Plum, and immediately White goes, I can help you. Well, we've already eliminated the revolver. So she has the Plum card. Wait a minute, what does this mean? And Plum's got a check mark. Look, I can help you. Meaning... But it's because she has the revolver and we already know. But we've already eliminated these other people. Where do I see a green mark but no X? Where do I see a green mark with no X? I can erase this because Scarlet doesn't have her own card. You don't want overlapping because that means I haven't found it. Two people may have the rope. I'm interested in that. I'm interested in that. Two people may have the rope. I like this broad stroke accusing... I like the strategy of accusing me. I bet none of these AI are going to make an accusation. What if it really was me? That'd be a twist. She's accusing me. Whoa, I have all those cards. She's accusing me of using the lead pipe in the billiard room. What do I want to say? No one else has accused the lead pipe in the billiard. I'm gonna narrow down the room, not the weapon. To fuck them. So she accused me. It goes in order. That's also another discrepancy. I don't like this idea of going in order because you can hide behind the most recent person. And if somebody else said, you know what I mean? It should start with the person you're accusing and follow their order. It should just start with the person you're accusing, and then anybody else says, I have one card. It goes in order because it's got to do process of elimination, tag everybody, and you don't want multiple people revealing. You know, I have the lead pipe, oh, I have the billiard room. Like, you want less. The game's trying to. The rules are designed to reveal less information, and you got to narrow it. So she's accusing me. I can't say I have my own card, but I can say I have the pipe and the billiard room, which means those rooms are off. Look, the billiard room has 3 eyeballs on it. Why is that? Maybe I did do it. If we possess the card, that means... So I have to remark this. I'll tell you why. He's accusing me of the lead pipe. Look, I can't help you. And then it goes to me. Well, I have the lead pipe, but look at here. I mean, yeah, I have the lead pipe. They're accusing me. So look at this, though. I can't mark myself. Here's what's so weird. This stuff is marked off because I have it. This stuff is marked off because I have it. But I'm not up there, I'm to the left. So that's what's confusing. So when someone has a card, we know it can't be in the envelope. I may have done it. I may have done it. Nobody had my card. That's what that means, right? I didn't put those red marks there. Look, I didn't put those red marks. I can't even edit it. I can't even edit it. I didn't put those red marks there. And nobody has the dagger, and nobody has the ballroom. I may have done it in the ballroom with the dagger. That's a real possibility. No one has these cards. Accusing myself, I may have figured it out from the first fucking beginning. What about the hall? I have to get to the hall or the library. I may have done it in one of those 3 places. I'm actually ready to accuse myself. What if I'm wrong? Because what if nobody has the ballroom and nobody has the hall and it's one of those 2? I have to get to these other rooms. Somebody may have Scarlet. Somebody may have Peacock. Multiple people may have the Peacock card. She's accusing herself. She's accusing herself. Why do you keep trying to fucking eliminate the pipe? You don't need to guess the same weapon multiple times. Listen to what I just said. You don't need to guess the same weapon multiple times. Multiple people have suggested they may have the rope or the wrench, but I'm the one who determined no one's got the dagger. That's as good a place to start as any. But you can only accuse once and you can't be wrong. Look, I have, and then I say I have the lead pipe, but now we don't narrow down the library. Now we don't narrow down the library. She accused herself and I said. Now look at this. She accused herself. Don't you think she has to answer for herself? Don't you think she has to answer for herself? What about the library? I gotta get to the library. I gotta go there. Where is it? Where is it? I'm going to where? Where can I go? I've been to all these shitty places. I haven't been to the hall or the library. Well, obviously I'm gonna go... I have to go here, right? I know it's not the billiard room. So what could I use to narrow it down? How about the wrench? Let's accuse somebody. How about white with the wrench? How about that? No, 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 no. Suggest. So we know white didn't do it. Okay, good elimination. So we know white didn't do it. And what about the wrench? I already have that here. And then what about the billiard room? It doesn't matter. So the wrench may be. She may have the wrench. Okay. Think self-accusation is the best answer? Everybody admitted they didn't have my card, but that doesn't mean that I did it. They keep going to the same room. I thought he just played. Why do you keep accusing with the lead pipe? We know it's not the pipe. Scarlet can help. With what? Scarlet may have mustard. Can't be the lead pipe. Now, why did I X out the ballroom? I didn't. I didn't X out the ballroom. Because I accused people of having the ballroom. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I accused people of having the ballroom, and they all said no. But now she's saying something. She may also have the lead pipe, because there could be multiple weapons. I think that's a possibility, right? I think that's a possibility. I think it's a possibility. One random card from each type is secretly placed in the envelope. The rest are shuffled together and dealt. Depending on the number of players, some may end up with more cards than others. So you don't really know whether there's multiple, like, 3 people could have a wrench. 2 people could have multiple, I don't know. So then that means, so when she says, I can help, that means she may have mustard, which could eliminate him. But because she was not accused, no, wait a minute. He accused himself of the pipe within the ballroom, and she's going, I can help, meaning she may have one of those cards. So she might have white, which would eliminate him. We already know it's not the lead pipe because I have it. And the ballroom, I already asked everybody. I already asked everybody about the ballroom, and they all said no. So she may just have the white. All right. And so when they say, I can't help you, I can't help you, but that puts the red X. Why would you need a red question mark? They may not have it. Well, everybody may not have it. If they say they don't, that's it. The red X and the green check are done automatically by the character, by the computer. I have to put the question marks. So look at this then. Look, everybody's using my strategy, accusing themselves. Scarlet is accusing herself, right? But Scarlet's accusing herself with the lead pipe in the kitchen. And then White says, no, I don't have you. White says, no, I don't have you. I don't have the pipe. I don't have the kitchen. So all these red X's are automatic. But then Plum says, look. Plum says, I can help you. Well, we've already determined he doesn't have Scarlet or the pipe, which means he may have the kitchen. So then it's not the kitchen. Because, and here's another thing too. You see how these top people, it kind of reads right to left? The cards are going to read right to left also. So when you, look at this. When you say, I accuse Mustard, and he goes, no, I don't. And then Scarlet goes, well, maybe I do. It kind of goes red X until you get a green suggestion. That may as well be a fucking check mark. That may as well be a check mark. And look at this. I suggested somebody may have white. And as it turns out, somebody did have the white card. And which means she's eliminated from suspicion. You can't accuse the people whose lines have been crossed out because somebody has the card. Look, somebody has the card. It can't possibly be them. So that means somebody may have the mustard card. Somebody may have the scarlet or the plum card, but nobody has the green card. It could be me. Look at this. And somebody may have the candlestick. 2 people may have the rope, but no one has the dagger. They admitted it. So we need to narrow it down on the room. I could be the murderer. I could have done it with a dagger. I just don't know where. I don't know where I killed him. I have post-traumatic amnesia. I have to get somewhere. Somebody may have the study and may have the lounge. So whether I did it in the hall or the library, we don't know. Or even the conservatory, we don't know. Or the ballroom. Nobody has the ballroom card. I could have done it there. So what do we need to figure out? The hall and the library. I have to get there. The hall and the library. I think people already suggested they don't have the conservatory, but we don't know yet. Why would she make an accusation in the room? Oh, when they accuse you, it pulls you. Oh, this is fucked up too. When they accuse you, it pulls you into a room where they accuse you. If you're trying to get down to a fucking area, if you're trying to get down to an area to accuse somebody in that area, and they pull you out of it, they're trying to keep you out of the room. They're trying to keep me out of the hall and the library because if I get in there, then I can accuse somebody. And if they know that they did it in that room, they want to keep everybody out so they can't be accused in that room. That's fucked up. That's like reverse ring out. Look, I can help you. Look what she says. She may have it. So, but I've already marked that down. They're getting so distraught they're repeating their accusations. She says she may have the plum card. But we already knew that. We already knew that. She may have the plum card and candlestick. We already knew that. We already knew that. You're making weak accusations, man. I did it with the dagger. I just don't know where. I have to get to the hall or the library and narrow it down. Why did I show up? I can help you. What does that mean? It means Mustard might have the white card. Or the wait a minute, or the dagger. He already admitted to me he doesn't have the dagger. Wait, Peacock is accused. Wait a minute, what did I just put on there? I put that there. Whoops. Wait a minute. He's admitted. He already admitted he has the white... What a stupid accusation. He already admitted that. Dude, they're repeating themselves. This is so fucking dumb. Come on, man. I think I did it. Look, they pulled me out, dude. This fucking sucks. I have to get to the hall and the library or I can't accuse anybody. This is so fucked up. And you can't make a suggestion if you're not in the room. You can't make a suggestion if you're not in the room. They keep fucking pulling me somewhere else. This sucks. Look, they keep pulling everybody back there because they don't want us to find out. I know I did it, I just don't know where. I have to retrace my steps. So when they say they can't help you, look. And then look at this. This is so boring now. Look. Oh, what do you know? So Mustard is accusing Scarlet, and Peacock says, I may have the Scarlet card. Well, what else do we know? I may have the candlestick. What else do we know? And I may have the ballroom, but I've already fucking eliminated that. I have to eliminate these fucking other rooms. Might have been me all along. She's going to the same room again! This fucking AI. We've already set the pipe, dude. This is so fucking boring. We've already done this. People don't have a clue. Who do you think they are in the household? She's the chef. Who's he, the maitre d'? Alright, finally, the library. Let's start eliminating it. Alright, the lead pipe. You're so stupid. I can help you. Alright. Meaning what? Meaning he might have the fucking library card. But we know it's not the pipe. We already eliminated it. And I can't imagine he would have his own card. Did I get it right on the very first turn? That would be so stupid. It's the only thing that doesn't add up. It's the only thing that doesn't add up. What about the hall? And if two people suggest they may have the card, that's even better. Pull me down there. Why do you keep blaming him? Meaning what? He may have the plum card. Well, we know she doesn't have it now, so we can erase that. What else can I erase? Look at this triple eyes. What do these eyes mean? What do these eyes mean? You've shown the card to them. You've shown the card to them. What does that mean? We know he doesn't have the revolver because somebody else did, but it doesn't really matter. And what about the study? So he has the plum card. So the red X's are the real hints. I have to go to the hall. I can't believe I can't get in there yet. Oh my god. I could go back in the library. What weapon? We don't know for sure if it's not mustard, scarlet, or plum. We don't know for sure if it's not the candlestick, the rope, or the wrench. And we don't know for sure if it's not any of these places. I have to get into the hall. I have to get into the hall. It's boring, but it must be done. Look, he's just like staying in there. I could have gone into the library and accused... He's pulled me in there again! Damn it! Oh my fucking god, dude. And she's gonna say, what? I can help you because she might have the fucking candlestick. We already know that. We already know that she doesn't have me because I already accused myself. I did it. I just don't know where. And now I moved again. Alright. This game's fucking boring. I could have gone in the library and tried to eliminate a person or a weapon. Until you want to make suggestions until somebody says, yes, your suggestion's correct. I do have that card. And then we can say, okay, cool. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Look at this, right? Look at this. Scarlet accuses Plum, and he says no. But Peacock goes, I may be able to help you. I may have one of those cards. So you don't have to show who has that card, but if you make the accusation, they show. You see what I mean? Why did I have to reveal my card? Somebody accuses Mustard of having the pipe, and then I go, well, I have the pipe. And you show it to one person. So when she goes, I can help you, she shows all her cards, or she shows one card? That doesn't make any sense. So she shows one card. Everybody goes, maybe she's got the rope in the ballroom. She shows Scarlet, okay, I have the ballroom, I'll show you. Because look at these eyes. These eyes show up here like they've seen. What does that mean? Someone has seen Scarlet doesn't have it? Someone has seen Scarlet doesn't have it? You see what I mean? I showed the lead pipe and the billiard card to these people. So look at this. We already know she doesn't have Plum and she doesn't have the ballroom, but she may have the rope. But two people may have the rope, and we already know one doesn't. Look at that. Look at that. I have that marked. Why? I guess we found out later. So these green question marks become red X's, which kind of validates no one has them. I just have to get to the fucking library. Well, somebody got in there, and now it's been suggested that Plum has that card. They keep going to the ballroom, because that pulls you all away from all the fucking far ones. Look, he's accusing me. Well, no one has the revolver. We already know that. Look, this is so dumb. We know she's got the revolver. Didn't you look at your fucking clue sheet? Man, he's so stupid. He's gonna make an accusation of who? But that's wrong, because I'm not in the ballroom. But I'm not in the ballroom. What? Who has that card? I done it. But wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. I suspected that I did it with the dagger, but not in the ballroom. Where's the clue card? Why can't I see the fucking clue card again? Was that the one that was all X'd out, the very top? I don't think so, was it? That was the very first fucking one? And I was just trying to eliminate the library or the hall. And as soon as someone suggested they may have it, and we know they have the revolver, and we know they're the person, so the only other card they have is that card. Was that at the top? And I'm the one that figured it out with the very first fucking reveal when I accused myself? I wanted to be caught. Compare clue sheets. It was. This game stinks, dude. I thought this was going to be funny. It was just a headache. I'm the one that said me from the very beginning. And everybody admitted no. And all I was trying to do was get down to the fucking lounge. To see if anybody... But they all kept pulling me back to the ballroom to see who had the card. So they kept pulling me back to the ballroom and checking the weaponry. Man. Fuck. Well, I guess that's a wrap. You know, I'm going to jail in a paddy wagon. But really wasn't that fun. I hate to admit, that fucking sucked. I don't know. Maybe the next game will be a little better. Clue.